What up, fam? We're gonna hop right into it. You see, I'm on M and Q right here. I actually just entered into a long position with 3 contracts. My stop loss is going to be a break below the 724, which is the lower band here on VWAP. But I like how the momentum is looking. I like how the momentum is looking. So I'm targeting 770. So that'll be a 40-point move in and out. Alrighty, and we're pushing and we're pushing. Okay, let's get it. Now, just because you see this hammer come in, you still want to use an indicator for your final step of confluence, right? But this hold right here, if I come to the 1 hour and we're watching that blue level, look at how this 2702 was just the most beautiful hold of support here on Monday. It's where it broke the trend line at on Tuesday, where it found support during the Asian session Tuesday night, and where it bounced when the London session opened Wednesday, right? So it came back down. So on the 5-minute, when I saw that signal right there on the level that I was already watching out for, right, I turned on my 8 moving average first, and I said, okay, well, that'd be about a good time to enter right there. And then of course I want to check out my ribbon with the 20, 50, 100, 200 moving average. It held the 200 MA. The red is my 200 MA, right? And then I turned on VWAP while I'm actively entering into the trade. And so when I saw this candle here, this is when I turned on the camera and started recording, because boom. Now I'm going to scale out here, which I already had this alert set. And this alert came from highs from last Monday, the July 8th, right? And today's July 10th. So you see these were just highs. So I was already had an alert set there. And I didn't like how price was moving as it was breaking down, especially since I just overall, I mean, it's just straight up bullish momentum in the market, right? So I wasn't the biggest fan of taking it down, because that wasn't what I saw. I saw a bullish move. So even though it was breaking down, don't want it. If it would have lost the support on this blue level, what we were already looking at, right, then I would have looked to short it down to the 635. However, again, all the confluence came there that it bounced. So like I said, I'm gonna scale out at the average volume. So right here at 20,747, this is the average buy or sell place. It's either going to be a buy or a sell at the middle band of VWAP. At the upper band of VWAP, we expect for this to be a sell. So therefore, if it moves above upper band, we know that they knocked out the sellers and it's just bullish momentum, right? The lower band is where we expect that they'll start to buy back in, all right? And if you were to lose the lower band, you look to short it. However, losing the lower band of VWAP, you see how this candle did? I needed a confirmation candle. I'm not going to enter as soon as it loses the lower band. And look what happened. Look at that nasty bounce. Then you got this tweezer bottom, the inverted handle or inverted hammer, and all of these are bullish. These are bullish moves. This held that, and let's go. All right, so we entered at 725. I think that's where I entered. Let me be exact. 730. I'm glad that let's be exact. So I entered at 730, and it's at 744. So we got 15-point move so far. Is that math right? Yeah. Y'all, I be having to check. That trade hit that. Target hit, and so that was a 15-point move. Hey, you don't really need smaller, more accurate moves. That's what you need, okay? An accurate move, more position sizing, smaller stop stop loss. Get it out, girl. I was trying to get it out. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all, we got us a bee sting down here. This is what I call this, a bee sting. Like a rounding bottom will typically have a little bee sting right there. And so just in case you aren't the best with chart patterns, I got you. So see how this started, it's starting to curve its way back up, right? We got a rounding bottom. You'll typically see this little bee sting right there, okay? Liquidity sweep if you into that type of thing. So we entered 5, 10, 15 minutos ago. Scale when you hit your target. Don't be me. Be better than me. Make better decisions than me. Scale when it hit that target, okay? This is the confluence in the market. Technical analysis is so simple. You just need to match things up. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Probably not. That's a strong break over VWAP. Scale for what, sis? I'm gonna just keep my stop loss nice and tight while I'm sitting here. So on my stop loss, I'm gonna move it to the average volume, 747. Oh, Jesus. Now let this hit my target at the upper band. I'm out. Because this is a smaller account on the futures. And here's the thing. There is such a thing called trade copier. What you see right here on the screen where I'm up $172 with these 3 contracts, this is connected to 4 other accounts. So I'm just going to round up to 200, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm up $800. About to hit my target and more than likely going to continue to go. Now, I don't like how this candle opened up and went in the first 45 seconds. I would expect that it's probably going to pull back some, and I don't want that much unrealized gains. Not in this account. Because I just hit my target. I'm cool on that. I hit my target for the day, which is $200. I know it's $184, but yeah, it's $200 a trade in this account because again, it's connected to 4 accounts. It's copying the trade over on there. So that's $800 that I just walked away with in, when did I start this? 10 and a half minutes. I don't have any complaints. What about you? All right, so I'm signed in my other account. This is different, y'all. You see I'm in the NQ right here, and I entered into this one. I've only taken 1 trade on NQ today, and this 1 trade on MNQ. This is a larger account that I have. It's 250,000 with Top Step, or I'm sorry, with Take Profit Trader. So I just have more room to run in this one than I did in the other one that I was just signed into. So yeah, we're gonna let this run. So 800 in the other account, and over here 6, like 7, 5, 6, 128. Ciao. Do the math yourself. Already scaled out before I had this pulled up, and let's see, I entered here at 736 on the other one. Like when I had it first pulled up here, where I took profit at $185, I had entered at 730. And here on the MNQ, you see I entered at 733. So I let the micros run a little bit, and then when I was like, oh no, this is gonna go, 3 points later, I entered into the mini. This account with Take Profit Trader, the 250, this is set up with, oh God, it's mimic or trading 3 accounts. Trading into 3 other accounts. Or copy trading into 3 other accounts, I should say. Now here, I know you're probably like, well, Alexandria, is that not a tweezer top that's forming? Isn't that bearish? Y'all, you gotta let the candle run. You gotta let the candle run. I have to use other things. I gotta use other things, right? So 1, that candle just started, like I said. 2, we see how the bullish volume was increasing. We see the momentum coming in because MACD did this cross. Now, I'm not a fan of the fact that it only crossed once, right? Because I like to see it cross a couple times before it moves into positive or negative territory. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, right? Still have my stop loss there. And RSI moved above 50. Now, the speed, I need you to move above 52, or the price, get that average up over there as well. But it's the momentum and the speed of price changing is matching. It's above the average volume, right? It made it above the buys what am I trying? It made it above this support level where the buyer stepped in. They confirmed it and made it above the average volume, right? And I see you failing to break over there, and RSI is kind of confirming that for me. The fact that this crossed only twice, but also look at this volume. Halfway through the candle, and look at this bearish volume. Y'all not selling it off as quick as y'all were buying it up, right? That's gonna have me be patient. Will I keep my stop? Absolutely. Absolutely. No questions asked, because I don't want that much unrealized gains, right? Like this was almost at $600. I've lost like half of that. And I know some people are watching this and they're going to be like, that doesn't even make sense. That's a terrible trade, poor risk management. Mind your business. Mind your paper. I got this. God got me. Okay? I'd never let it run to zero. I know what I'm willing to lose. Okay? And I know what my daily goal is. I know what my budget is that I need to make investing so that I can trading so I can turn around and put it in my investing portfolio. I'm cool with this being my stop. Very much so cool with it, because I know how much I would have made in the end. That's why you got to use these trade copiers, y'all. Use the tools that they given us. So don't make this harder than what it has to be. Oh, well, that's disgusting, actually. That's pretty disgusting. I'm gonna keep my target though, or my stop, which is, my target for exiting. I'm gonna keep it. Let me not giggle too much, because baby, you ain't really came and held it. Let me not giggle too much now, because you haven't closed above that level. All right. Oh, let the volume bar match the price every time. Keeping my target, you guys. I will continue to say that for the next 3 minutes. I'm keeping my target. We fall down, but we get up. For a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. Y'all hear me? But do you hear me though? A saint is just a sinner that got down but got right back up. Ain't that powerful? Isn't that powerful? God. It's a beautiful statement. Now, typically when it does break above or below the middle band, it's going to consolidate. So look here. You see you got this break below the lower band, and it stayed in the same range for 3 candles. Kind of got that there. Let's look. Well, this was just like a really choppy day yesterday. Not the best example. Look here. Right, you're gonna consolidate there. Here it'll consolidate there. These are things that like you'll just notice and or you'll take note of the more experience and the more time that you're spending on the market, right? That you're spending looking at these charts. It's just things that you'll pick up on. And so you see right here, consolidated on that middle band, right? So this doesn't make me worry that it's consolidating here. It's par for the course. So I did a pause because, as we can see, price consolidated for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. But I like this. I like this candle, the way that it opened and the low that it made, right? These 25 minutes, price literally stayed in that same range, just about making the same high and low. Well, I'm looking at like the candle bodies, right? And I'll go to the, let's go to the 3 minute, right? We can see like price just stayed right in here. We got the lows of the bodies there, right? But see how this candle didn't make it down there. Maybe makes me feel kind of good. Now we done tapped that upper band. It actually tapped it this time. About a tick away from tapping it. And going, so I actually really like how price action is moving, right? Like, look at that. You just see a difference in this candle from these 5. You can literally see it. Now, look how RSI is also moving up, okay? So you might have to go in and rewind a little bit, do that, because I want you to pay attention to the fact. Oh, and look at that. See how RSI just moved up even more as this candle opened, and we have MACD starting to cross into the positive territory as it's also diverging. Literally just sitting here just messing with us, y'all. Literally. But don't let them. It's a mind game. I know it's a watered down saying that we all hear as traders, but you got to get your psychology straight. If you see what you see, this was all the confluence that I needed. This high probable candle off this key level. Right? So I knew where my demand or supply and demand zones were. Cool. I knew my major levels of support and resistance. Cool. I understood that the trend is very much so an uptrend. Very much so an uptrend. Cool. Right? Very much so an uptrend. Cool. I watched price action. Bet. And then used the indicator as my last step of confirmation to get into the trade and to stay in the trade. You feel me? Have your psyche right, your psychology right. And the only way that your psychology will be right as you're trading is if you have a plan. You must have a plan. You must have a plan. And we're still, for continuity, right? This is one trade on M and Q. This is one trade on NQ. I wish it would say what time I got in. But we already know it was this candle here at the 10:15 candle. Now, the lunch hour is about to start, and volume is just going to kind of just like go down, right? We already seeing it. The market's not as volatile, but I have my target for my stop and for my take profits. I'm going to hang on. Nothing has told me that I'm wrong. I'm absolutely 100% correct. So, I just got to sit here and be patient. Could have been out, but you're going to give me what I want. Let's look on the 15-minute. Ooh, you guys. Looks good on the 15-minute. So we're going to let this last 15-minute candle run, right? Because I don't want 3 15-minute candles with decreased volume in here, right? I'm not going to want to see 3 15-minute candles rejecting at the upper band. Not when I'm up over $700. It just wouldn't make sense. So now we want it to break the 770 of this upper band. And you can see it's getting there, kind of messing with us a little bit. So we'll wait this last 15-minute candle out unless it hits our stop, of course. But now we just want to see it break 770. It depends, like if I'm going to stay on the 15-minute or the 5-minute. I'm just looking at what it is that I need to see, right? And off times, I'll do this. So I'm going to have NQ on the 5-minute, NQ over here on the 15-minute, and then NQ over here on the hourly. And I'll look like this, right? So that I can see the time frames, how much time is left in each session, and be able to make an informed decision from let's go. Now what I don't want to see is this candle lose the open, right? I don't want to see it have wicked above the upper band and then come below the open of this candle. We'll definitely just go ahead and take profit then. Look on the 15-minute, the green is my, do I have this on the 9 or the 8? The green is my 9 MA and the yellow is my 20. Look at these bounces we have off that level, right? I honestly think that this is going to rock out to 792, and I wouldn't mind catching that. So far we're 40-point move entering from 730. Well, I'm here 736, but y'all know we caught it at 730 in the other account. So we're 40-point move. 40.670. Oh my gosh, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? There it's starting to go. A little bit, but I want to see a close over this 770. Give me that close over the upper band. Now, that's what I don't like. That's what I do not like to see. And we got 5 minutes left, so I'm going to take profit on NQ. Literally, one trade, y'all. 736, exited at 767. Almost 40 points. And I'm going to let these two run because I want to see how this 15-minute candle closes. So I'm going to let my micros run for just just a little. Just a little. I'm gonna go ahead and move this alert up to here. Move my stop up. Because I sit here and watch my trades, right? I'm not getting up and moving when I'm doing the futures. So for me, this is cool. And then I'm watching the close of the previous 15-minute candle as well. Make sure this 15-minute candle doesn't come too low below there, or break below there, honestly. So I'm just gonna put a level right there, and you can see it popped up here on my 5-minute, on my 15-minute, and all of that. So that's my stop now. I'm gonna keep my alert there, just so later on, if it comes back below it, I'll be alerted. But to exit out of these, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this 767, which is where I exited here, I think. Yeah, 767. Cool. I'm out, y'all. And so in this account, we made 761. In the other account, we made almost 800. This was absolutely beautiful. I hope that y'all learned something and y'all enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments because I'll keep posting them. Bye, y'all.